Hi guys, Karis here, and it's December in Sedona, but it's really warm, and I'm very much enjoying that. I'm hoping you're having a good December wherever you are. And a lot has been going on many different dimensions. I've been wondering how to bring it through. Some of the stuff is really controversial that's happening in our world right now, and it really just depends on where you look. It seems like there are issues everywhere, and I've felt really passionate about some of them, but I haven't felt balanced enough yet to publicly speak about them. So that's going to happen. I don't like to go in swinging. I like to be able to see both sides and actually be able to intelligently speak about what I'm talking about, especially if I feel strongly before I start ranting. And one of the things that I found myself giving an explanation through, using as a example of various points that are for a lot of other things going on in the world that I'm aware of right now. There's lots I'm not aware of, was an experience I had with an opossum, or a possum if you're from where I'm from, which is the South. We never called them opossums, they were just possums. And it was this spring. And I know this is funny because most people don't really think about opossums very much. They're kind of underworld creatures, they exist where we don't usually see them very much. But I think that that's kind of the point in this situation. So I was visiting my friend in LA. I was doing a workshop there. I was visiting my friend Patricia. Go check her out at serenitybirth.com. She's an amazing birth doula and prenatal yoga coach and teacher and stuff. Anyway, so I'm visiting her for an event, and it's late at night. We've been talking all evening, and I had to run out to my car to get something. And she lives in the beachier side of Los Angeles, so by the coast, in a neighborhood. I went out to the car and got whatever it was that I needed. And on the way out, and she was right behind me, as we were still mid conversation as I was walking out there was an opossum on her dividing wall. So between her property and the next property, and the way that the sidewalk worked, I walked right past the wall. And the opossum was maybe this big. And if you've never seen an opossum, they're not the most beautiful, snuggly, delicious, let's go cuddle creatures, possibly, on first glance. They're a little bit intense. Their eyes are super intense. And they're definitely things that live in the dark. They're definitely things that live underground. You can see it, you can feel it. A lot of people who have chickens or other non-predatorial animals they keep outside in cages really don't like opossums because that's the kind of stuff they eat. And I understand that. I feel you. That's fine. But, if you were friends of the animal that any animal eats, you're not going to like the animal eats it. It's not its fault. That's just kind of what it does. So people aren't really fans of opossums, but I try to be an equal opportunity lover, so I try to love everything. And I saw it on the wall there, and the wall was maybe about, I don't know, chest height or so. And my first thought was, oh, yay, animal, let's give it some love, right? Because I was in a really good mood. I've been having this amazing conversation all evening, and there was a lot of love flowing through me. So I started talking to the opossum, which, of course, when it first saw us, it froze and ran down the wall. But by then I was talking to it, crooning to it like you would do to an animal that you love or that you like or that you want to connect with. Hi, it's okay, you're so cute. How you doing? Come here. Hi, opossum. What are you doing, opossum? I want to see you. I want to get close to you. And the response was awesome because what I felt, well, he stopped running and he turned around to look at me. And he was so sweet and so confused. They might seem scary if you look at them in a scary way, or they might just seem ugly or the lower classes of animal, that kind of thing. But he was actually really adorable. And the feeling I felt coming from him, and this is actually kind of heartbreaking because I didn't really process it until recently when I've been telling this story, was what I felt him saying back to me was something along the lines of, not necessarily saying, but admitting, that's a human. Humans don't talk to me like that. And then what I realized was these beings, these creatures, are ones that are around all the time. They see us more than we see them because a human comes and they'll run under a bush or behind a tree or whatever. And so they've observed human behavior. They've seen humans talk like this to other animals, to other humans, to their dogs they love, to their cats they love, to other people that they like. Crooning and talking like that is more to maybe a small child or an animal or something. But it wasn't an unfamiliar sound for the opossum to hear, but it was unfamiliar directed toward the opossum. It definitely felt like a second-class citizen of the animal kingdom saying, really, you're talking to me like that? No one talks to me like that. And so, of course, then, once you feel that, you just want to give even more love. And I got pretty close to him. And he wasn't rabid, he wasn't crazy. I know a lot of you people might be freaking out and saying, wait, that's dangerous. But no. If you're open with the whole energetic kind of thing, you can definitely feel right away if something is dangerous to you or not. And he wasn't. He was just minding his own beeswax in Los Angeles in the middle of the night, right? So I got pretty close, maybe about reachable distance, but I wasn't wanting to touch him. I was just wanting to communicate and share some energy. And then I got too close, and he was, oh, can't take it, gotta go. So he ran away. But that was a story, and that's the only real interaction I've ever had with an opossum. I've never had much of a conversation with one. And seeing how incredibly sweet and lovely his energy was really nice. Makes me think about what we perceive as being scary or undesirable or just other, and how we can shift that maybe.